K to the E to the K, nah, K.
Hey guys, so today's tutorial is going to be an updated of the maxi dress I posted last year, and I just wanted to recreate that tutorial because it was really fast. So for this tutorial you're going to need at least 3 yards of fabric, but I'm using 4 yards because the client wanted her dress to be more fuller. So yes, I'm making this for client as well. So you're going to need at least 3 to 4 yards for this tutorial. You're going to need a plain top like this to trace, because this is a top we're going to be using today. So any top you have at home you can take. You're going to need pattern paper, because I don't know, I think showing you guys how to make your own patterns, it's easy. We're going to use an old sleeve pattern we already created. There are videos on my channel where I show you how to trace out sleeve, so I don't want to trace it again. So we're going to be using this sleeve. We're going to also be needing some elastic for the waist, and you're going to need thread, pins, and of course your sewing machine. So this step is we're going to be tracing the outline of the top, as we always do. As you can see, I already fold the top in place, and also the pattern paper is also on a fold. So you're going to place your piece like this, and mind you, my top is longer than my paper, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to extend the length when I'm cutting it on my fabric anyways. And then you just want to go ahead and trace out the outline of the shape you see. And after tracing this is what you should have at this point. So what you want to do at this step, like this, you're going to place this pattern piece, and you're going to go put it on, fold it in half. You're also going to fold your fabric, unfold, and you're going to go ahead and cut out the back piece. And after you cut out the back piece, and I'm going to show you how to cut out the front piece. Work on the front piece, because the front piece is going to be crisscross with 2 pieces. We're going to split into 2. So you're going to start from the shoulder point here. You're going to trace a line down vertical, just from there, trace it down, like, make sure it is straight as possible. So now you can fold this line. After you folded that in, this is the piece you should have, and this is what we need for the front. So you're going to go ahead and cut out 2 pieces of this for the front. Sleeve pattern I already pinned it in place. Mind you, we're going to be cutting the sleeves a bit wider than this pattern we have here, because we want the sleeve to have a puffs. So what I've done here is I have already went ahead and cut out the sleeve, and as you can see, the sleeve is wider than the pattern of the sleeve, because this was a sleeve for stretchy fabric, and now we're using a non-stretchy fabric, and the sleeve is more flowy, so that's why I add at least 2 inches seam allowance to the width of the sleeve. So you're going to, next step that I'm showing you guys is the cuff. We're going to be creating a cuff for the sleeve opening. So what I've done is I've measured around my wrist. Since my client is a bit bigger than me, I've added 2-inch seam allowance to it. So this is the width of the cuff. The width of the cuff is 10 inches wide, long, and that's the length, and then the width is 6 inches. But then you're going to fold it, so the actual cuff is going to be 3 inches wide, if that makes sense. Okay guys, so this is what I mean. This is the front piece, 2 pieces, and then you're going to overlay them later because they're going to be going crisscross. So this is what you should have for the front, and this is what you should have for the back piece. What you want to do after this is you're going to go ahead and hem the neckline. So we're going to fold it very small, and you're going to go hem that in place. And you're also going to repeat the same step for the 2 front pieces. That's what I meant. I already prepared my rolled hem, and I'm just going to go ahead and sew it and sew it, and also do the same for the back piece. I'm going to go ahead and sew it. After that, after you've cut the sleeve, you're going to go ahead and sew it there. And you're going to repeat the same step for the other one. Sew it up to there. And at the same time, you're going to also sew your cuffs. It's already ironed, and you're going to sew them here on the side. And you're also going to sew them here on the side. So you're going to you can see I already went ahead and hemmed the neckline, and this is the back piece. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put right sides together, pin the front and back pieces together. What you want to do is you're going to sew it on the shoulder, and you're going to sew it on the sides, sew it on the side. Don't worry, we're going to overlap it later on, but just go sew those pieces now. And when you're done with that, what we're going to do, work also on the sleeves. So remember, the sleeve is opening, it's quite wide, so we want to gather the sleeve opening to the measurement of your wrist. So you're basically just gonna go stitch the ends of the sleeve opening with the biggest stitch on your sewing machine, and we're going to gather that to the measurement of our width. So I already went ahead and sewed on the side, and now I've also pinned it, so you can see the bottom is overlapping. And now you're just going to go ahead and sew it from there to there, so the front piece is sewn together. And when you've sewn it, the front should look like this, with a crisscross at the front, and the back should be like that. Work on the sleeve. So like I told you, you should already sew in your gathered stitch, and right now you're just going to gather the cuff opening, so you can see, to the measurement of your cuff width. You always need to check it. My client's cuff is not really that bigger than mine, so I'm going to be using my cuff as a guideline to gather it. So now you're going to insert the cuff piece into it. As you can see, the sleeve is on the wrong side and the cuff is on the right side. We're going to put the cuff in like so, and you're going to mark that stitch to the stitch of the sleeves, like right there. Try not to spread out the gathering further. So this is what you should have after pinning. Now you just want to go ahead and sew it all the way around to attach the cuff, and of course you're going to repeat the same step for the other sleeve. This is the sleeve after attaching the cuff. As you can see, that is the cuff. So right now we can attach the sleeve to the top. When you're done pinning, you're just going to go ahead and sew it all the way around. Now the top part of the dress is done. Turn it inside out, because now we have the sleeves is attached. So we're going to start working on the bottom part, which is the skirt part. So the skirt part, we're using 3 yards of fabric. So what I've done off camera, super easy, is I've already went ahead, as you can see, made random pleats. These are like, I didn't even like measured it, I just did it because we're still going to gather it, so you're not really going to see the pleats anyways. It's just more of the volume I wanted. So I've already kind of pleated it to the width of the top of the dress. So I'm going to go sew it. I've already pinned it. I'm going to go sew it up till there, but I'll be leaving these open because this is going to be the slit on the side. So you have to determine yourself the length of your slit opening. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll come back to show you how I attach the skirt to the top part. I've already went ahead and sew it. As you can see, this is the slit here open, and this is going to be I'm going to make sure that it's at the front, not all the way at the side, but here at the front. So now we can attach the top part to the bottom part. So you can see the bottom part is on the wrong side and the top part is on the right side. So I'm going to put this in like so. Went ahead and pinned the upper part and the bottom part together, and I'm going to go ahead and sew it all the way around. What I need to tell you is that since we're going to be using this piece to create the casing for the elastic, remember we'll also put an elastic to the waist. You need to sew when you're attaching both, make sure you're sewing on like 1 inch wide. Let me zoom in. Like you're sewing like on 1 inch, so you can fold it later. After we've attached both pieces, we're going to fold it, and then we can create a casing for the elastic. So I've attached the bottom and top together. So now, like I told you earlier before, that you need to sew at least half to 1 inches when you're attaching both pieces. So now we're going to create the casing for the elastic. So all you need to do is super easy. You just need to fold in that excess fabric that let me zoom in. Just need to fold this in. Phone is going crazy. And then you're just going to use that to create the casing. So I already went ahead and pinned the casing in place, as you can see, and now you're just going to go ahead and sew it all the way around till there, and I'm leaving an opening here so I can insert the elastic. So I've sewn the toner in place, and I've taken very small bobby pin, safety pin, as you can see, and we're just going to try to push it through. Mind you, we have a lot of layers, so it's going to be quite tricky, but we're just going to take our time and put our elastic through like so. It's out, and you can sew this close. You're gonna go sew this close, and then you put the elastic inside, and then you're going to sew close at the opening, and your elastic waistband is done. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll come back to show you guys the next step. Guys, so I already went ahead and finished the casing. So this is what it looks like from the inside. As you can see, it's nice and neat from the inside, and this is it from the outside. So, and I also hand stitch this close so it doesn't open up when you wear it. That's all. And what I did off camera is I hemmed the slit. Remember, we created a slit, so I just made a rolled hem and hemmed the slit, and I also hemmed the bottom of the dress as well. So the dress is practically done. So after you've done finishing your toner, you want to go hem your dress, and your dress is done. So yeah, I'm gonna go show you in my mannequin. I don't even know how it looks yet, but I think it looks amazing, guys. You see, oh my god, guys, this is the finished look. Yes, I know, I'm gonna say it. I think I want to make this again for myself. Even though I already made one, I'm in love with this print. Like, seriously, look at this print, man. I need to ask my client where she got this fabric. This is the bomb. Ah, it looks so good. Covered in all the gathered. So there's a slit there, so you can see. That's the slit. And this is the belt. She called me that she wanted an just an extra thingy. I see I haven't even finished it yet. I just tied it so you can see. This is it without the belt. You can see how the waist is accentuated. The sleeves. So yes, I'm gonna make the belt extra. Guys, you don't need to do it if you don't want to. You can easily wear it like this as well. So yes, that's the video for today. I hope you guys love it. Make sure to like, share, and comment. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.